Did you buy a Galaxy Note 7? Did you return it? Did you return another Galaxy Note 7? It's been some hard times for Sammy Boy right now, or Samsung you could say. Let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 in this video here. Let's go. Okay guys, before I give you my advice and my opinions, let's talk about, what happened with the Galaxy Note 7 and the whole timeline of it. So Samsung released the Galaxy Note 7 on August 7th, 2016. Well, they announced it on August 7th, 2016 at an event. There was many media people, many bloggers. It was all over the technology media landscape. And this was a phone with the first time, well, not the first, Microsoft Lumia had it first, but the iris scanner on a smartphone, very intelligent features, waterproofing, S Pen waterproof, beautiful new colors, an evolution of the Galaxy Note 5's design, and just totally at the top of Samsung's game. They were already leading this year with the Galaxy S7, and for them to drop the Galaxy Note 7 with a better design over their top dog, S7, that's subjective, but in my opinion, it was a better design. They were on a roll to become probably the top dog manufacturer, smartphone manufacturer this year, or let's say the best phones of the year. Samsung was on a roll to get there. So that was the first thing. They announced it and it was crazy and everybody was like, whoa, I can't wait to get a Galaxy Note 7. August 19th, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is now on sale throughout the United States. Just a few days later, August 24th, we have a report that the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 has exploded. You know what happens, all the trolls, all the, little kids on the internet, exploding battery, I'm not gonna buy a Samsung because of an explosion. But yeah, the first fire happens on 8/24/2016. August 31st, 2016, Samsung decides to halt production and sales of the original batch of Samsung Galaxy Note 7 and open up an investigation and fix this whole problem for customers to get a replacement device. September 1st, 2016, the first Galaxy Note 7 goes on sale in China, and shortly thereafter, the next day, on September 2nd, 2016, Samsung announces the official recall of the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. So as you can see, this didn't take long to infatuate and just get all in people's minds, and the recall happened. I mean, this happened really quickly. 9/8/2016, the FAA announces that they do not want passengers flying with the Galaxy Note 7, or if they are going to fly with it, they want them to power it down for safety measures. So you can see a lot of people are really afraid of this Galaxy Note 7 exploding, and there's some legitimacy behind that. There's a possibility this thing's going to explode, which it has in a couple of cases already. So people do not want, the FAA does not want people flying on the airplanes with the Galaxy Note 7. September 16th, 2016, the Samsung president decides to offer an apology to the customers. 17th of September, Samsung decides that they're going to announce the reopen of sales of the Galaxy Note 7 on September 28th, 2016 for the replacement devices. So some people got their Galaxy Note 7 replacements early, and right away, right around September 25th, going into October, there's been many reports that the Galaxy Note 7, the one with the green battery, the replacement model, has been exploding all over. Shortly thereafter, around October 5th through the 10th, the carriers decide we're not selling this device anymore. We've had enough. This is going to scare our customers away, and they decide to halt the sales. Thereafter, Samsung decides to cease the Galaxy Note 7. It is dead, zilch, it is done. So, what are my thoughts on this whole Galaxy Note 7 debacle? Look, I think a lot of people are being feared by the media, putting all of this, the Galaxy Note 7 explodes, all of this. Don't you realize that you are being programmed? Your mind is being programmed by all these sources to fear, Samsung now. Okay, the Galaxy Note 7 is a fire-prone, explosion-prone device. Has it seriously injured anybody? Not really. Has it caused a lot of annoyances and headaches? Yes. But Samsung did go ahead and step up to the plate and recall this device, and they stopped selling it, and they're offering everybody to bring it back, and whatever basically they're going out of their way to address this issue. And I kind of applaud them for that. Not a lot of companies always, step up to the plate when their product has a problem. So Samsung did that. Now, like I was saying, basically the media is programming people to be afraid of this Galaxy Note 7. They're milking this story. If you think about it, this is an easy story. Anytime, there's something with explosions, fires, whatever, it's interesting. So a lot of people are just going to write explosions, and all the journalists out there are going to be saying all this stuff, trying to scare you away from Samsung. And what I'm here to say is that Samsung will get their stuff together. They will fix this issue, and the Galaxy Note 7 will be forgotten, and the Galaxy Note 8 will drop, probably even better than this phone, and this will go under the, under the rug. Nobody will even remember this in a couple of years, except for the people who actually own the Galaxy Note 7. Now, all them people out there who are being hard-headed and they don't want to return their Galaxy Note 7, well, that's totally on you. You bought the phone. Samsung's trying to get you to return it. If you don't want to return it, you're taking a risk. I don't suggest you do that. I recommend you guys return it because you're putting people at risk with that phone. Like literally, that thing could explode in your car and, start your car on fire. But has that happened once already? Yes, I seen a story about a Jeep exploding. However, like I was saying, should this stop you? That's really what I'm trying to get at here. Should this stop you from going and getting a Samsung phone again? Absolutely not. Toyota, if you go back to 2010, Toyota, a large automaker, if you don't know Toyota, you don't know cars. But basically they had, the gas pedals were sticking, so they recalled a bunch of Toyota Camrys, all kinds of Toyotas. This was all over the news everywhere. How long has it been since you remembered about that Toyota recall? I don't hear a lot of people talking about Toyota recall. I hear them dropping new vehicles and such. And I think the same thing is going to happen for Samsung. Now, I do, like Samsung, but I do like Apple. I do like HTC. I do like LG. I like all these phones. I love them all. And basically, what I'm trying to say is that Samsung is really doing a lot for customers. Their whole, let's say, product line is very, I'd say, more innovative than Apple's. Now, that's just my opinion. You might differ, and you have a right to differ, but I gotta tell you, Samsung is really trying to push the envelope. They're trying to bring what customers want to their phones. Did they go a little too fast here? Yes, they went a little bit too fast with the Note 7. I think they should have refined it more. Even if it took a little bit longer, it was still topping the iPhone 7 Plus, in my personal opinion. You might differ, but still topping the iPhone 7 Plus. They could have waited a little bit to do more procedures and check everything out, make sure everything was cool, but they jumped the gun too fast, and when you're impatient, sometimes this is what happens. But overall, that's the message I want to get through. That's my take on the whole issue. I say, if you have a Samsung Galaxy Note 7 and you still have it, go ahead and return it. You're taking a huge risk there. Yes, maybe there's only this much that blew up when there's this much out there, but still, I still think you're taking a little bit of a risk there with the Note 7. But do I recommend you stop buying Samsung altogether? Because there's been surveys saying that nobody's going to buy Samsung. Of course not. You're going to take one phone, a company that's been doing, they don't pay me to say this. I just like my Note 5, or that's why I'm talking about this. People, they release all these phones, all these tablets, all these products, refrigerators, all kinds of stuff. They have one issue and you're going to say, screw Samsung, forget Samsung. Like, really? Like, I didn't know that people or companies were perfect. People make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. We make mistakes. Even on this channel, I make a mistake. I listen to the feedback. We grow. That's what we do. So basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. Note 7, if you got one, return it. Should you fear the next one that comes out? Absolutely not. Let's just be a little bit patient and hope for the Note 8 to be one of the best phones of all time. Now, iPhone 8 next year, if it's called that, maybe the iPhone 7S is going to have some heavy competition again. But we know that we're going to see a great phone next year with none of these problems. Now, Apple had an issue too with the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus with the Apple Touch disease. I did a video on this. So, but people haven't been talking about that much lately. Oh, because it's a little bit of a less of an issue, but still, you know, things happen. Companies make mistakes. So anyway, that's about it for me. If you guys are looking for a replacement Note, I do want to talk about this, a phone that's going to replace the Galaxy Note 7. There's not many phones that can replace this phone because of the lack of a pen. Now, the S7 Edge, as you've probably heard in many blogs, many people saying, that's probably the closest in terms of the Samsung software. However, some people don't mention that the S7 Edge does not have the Grace UX that was featured in the Note 7. So it's actually more, the S7 Edge is more like the S7 than the Note 7. The Note 7 was kind of a device on its own. If you want that whole productivity experience, you know, you might want to consider the Galaxy Note 5. It's really a good phone. It's only a little bit behind, even 4 gigs of RAM, almost the same level of speed in the processor, probably even better because it had an Exynos chipset. Okay, you don't get the removable battery, you don't get the SD card expansion, but learn how to manage cloud storage and you won't have no issues there whatsoever. So I would recommend, if you want a replacement for the Note 7, go with the Galaxy S7 Edge. You can go with, I would also recommend you check out things from Motorola, like the Z Force, but that's for Verizon only. You know, the Google Pixel is another phone I would recommend you check out if you want to stay on the Android side. And I would also recommend you check out the OnePlus 3. That's another amazing phone this year. And maybe the regular S7 if you want to go a little bit smaller. And finally, I would recommend that you check out the likes of the LG V20. That's probably the phone I would go with if I had the Note 7 because that's its main competitor. So yeah, that's my take on the Galaxy Note 7. It was a long, in-depth conversation. Let me know your thoughts down below so we can talk about that below in the comment section of this video. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed this style of video. Let me know your feedback. I would appreciate that very much. Have a great day wherever you are, a great night, a great morning, depending on your time zone. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.